What's up, everyone? In today's video, we are opening my favorite current box right now on the market, which is the Outlaws of Thunder Junction Collector Booster Box. If you've watched this channel before, you know that I am just a huge fan of Outlaws. I like all of the bonus sheets. Contrary to popular opinion, I'm a big fan of the Western theme. Yes, I know it is a hat set, but it's just a set that I really enjoy opening. So super excited to open these right now. In terms of collector booster boxes go, this is one of the cheapest sets right now that you can be opening. It has recently increased in price to like $216, I think. But yeah, you can either hit or miss with these sets. So we got Collective Defiance, Primal Might, Greywater Fixer, Breaches, the Blastmaker, and Stinkerback Terror. So that is a perfect example of what we don't like. I guess that the fact that an uncommon was the best hit kind of shows why I think a lot of people kind of steer clear from this right now. A lot of the money is if you can find the vault frame big scorecards. Man, sometimes the glue on these things are pretty crazy, so I brought these just in case. But there are several cards that are over $100 if you can get it, like Simulacrum Synthesizer, some of the different arts. We got Another Round, Decimate, Angel of Indemnity, Caustic Bronco, and Taiokeen. So this is showing the exact reason why a lot of people steer clear of this. The first spot is the money spot if we can get it, but that is the spot that we do not want to see a big score news card right there. We want to see not big score, sorry. That is where we do not want to see one of the breaking news cards. So Treasure Hunt. So far we are not doing good. We've got Bedevil, Lock and Load, Magda the Horde Master, and Greed's Gambit, which is the worst right now of the big scorecards. So that is 1/4 of the box that we don't want to see. But the crazy thing about this is seriously one pack can be a game changer in terms of getting your money's worth. Yeah, you can get textured foils and raised foils, but I really don't plan on it in these sets because it's just so rare. I don't even know what the percentage is, but it doesn't happen often. Okay, Cumball and Free Strider, so you're really just hoping for the big score hits and maybe a Mana Drain, but I feel like that also doesn't come very often. And so, another thing that I wanted to call out is, for anyone watching, I will set aside from now on out, and then I'll go through the cards that we did get, all of the legendary creatures, and then from a legendary creature that I pull in here, wow, we are just not doing good. Of creatures that we pull, I will make a deck tech of any. People can vote down in the comments below what deck tech they'd like to see me cover from a creature that I pull in here. So we got Karavek, Satoru, the Infiltrator, and Doc Arlock. So from this pack, we got those. So I'm going to go back real quick and see what other legendary creatures we've pulled so far. And from these, I will make sure to make a deck tech from this box so it's not useless, if it continues with this trend. And so I think the way that we'll just do voting is you leave a comment of which creature you would like to see a deck tech built around, and I'll just count the number of comments that mention the creature the most, and whichever one is picked is the creature that I will create a deck tech for. So let's see in our first pack if there was anything. We got Breaches, nice. Back for more, Miriam Herd Whisperer, and it looks like, okay, looks like that is all of the legendary creatures that we have so far. if we continue this track, this may be one of the worst booster pack openings, displays I've seen of a collector case box of this set. And I've watched a lot because, like I said, I'm a big fan of this, and sometimes it's just fun to watch booster box openings. So let's see what we got. Mercenary. Okay, never mind. That I think is sitting around $70 right now. So that right there just made up almost half of the value of this set, of this purchase. And then we got a Old-Tech Matter Weaver and an Anti-Flash the Veteran. Nice. So we'll add that to the possible to build pile. And then anything else in here? No. Okay. So that's what I mean, is just out of nowhere, you can get a huge hit, which just changes the entire story of this box opening. If you get this in the vault frame foil, I think it's like $115, which is just nuts. I really do like the vault frames. I'm also hoping for a Mana Drain. That is the last one that I need to complete my OTP set. So we got a foil Grindstone, and then an Archive Trap, Heartless Conscription, Oko the Ringleader. Cool, I actually don't have that in that art. I like that. And then a Great Train Heist, which is a great card. So no legendary creature to add to the pile yet. We'll see if there's any uncommons. I love that card. I covered it in a video of mine. Okay, so we have 5 packs left. Like I said, these packs have risen in price for a while. For a long time, they were just sitting at the 200 mark, and they're now at like 216. But despite the 216, I still got it on eBay for, I think, 186. I only go with Flipside Gaming or PF Football Pete, I think is the name. Oh, I was hoping for, once I saw that, I was hoping for something different, but hey, we'll take that. Tarnation Vista doesn't look like it's raised foil, but still cool. Got an Oko Thief of Crowns. I like that as well. Pyretic Charge, Free Strider Lookout, and a Marchesa Dealer of Death. All right. Yeah, so those are kind of the two that for bigger boxes like this, that I trust, that I don't really go with random sellers. So PF Football Pete and Flipside Gaming, if you decide to buy on eBay, I've had great experiences with them. Obviously, I'm not sponsored by them. I don't even know if eBay does sponsors or not, but big fan of those two. Got Mercenary. Okay, look it, we literally just need 2 hits to save the value of this box. This is also probably like a $50, $60, $70 hit. So we're going to put that right here just to show what 2 cards can do. And it is in the foil, which makes it even more rare because it can only be in Collector Booster. So select Surgical Extraction, Tower Winder, Akul the Unrepentant, and Archangel of Tithes. I think that's actually the first one that I've pulled. So excited for that. Got an Island, Metamorphic Blast, Shoot the Sheriff. All right. And so while the prices were low for a long time, I really do think, like most collector boxes of this time, that they will start rising, because if anything ever does hit, like become super valuable, most of these can only be found in the collector booster box, like extended art foils. These of any like foiling, so even if it's not in the foil, this border can only be found in collector boosters. So if one of these shoots to the moon, I think the collector boosters could also follow. Whoa, nice. Desert, which is a special guest foil. I don't know if that's worth anything, but super cool. I'll add that right here. Got Outlaws Merriment. Excuse me. I might have to edit this out. I've been just recovering for a minute. Omen Path Journey. This is, I think, one of my favorite arts. I just love that art. Omen Path Journey, Another Round, Clear Shot, Decisive Denial, and then Lasso by the Law. I like this card. Fan of that. Okay, so we got 2 left. it really hasn't been a very great booster box up until now, except for these 2 hits, which make up for, I'd say, 70% of the value of the box, which is just crazy. So, you know, I can't complain. This could be much worse. And then we got a Mercenary token, Roxanne, Starfall Savant. So we'll add that to the legendaries. Dust Bowl, Yuma, Proud Protector. That's one of... Oh, okay, cool. And I don't have a Tiny Bones, the Pickpocket, and a double Roxanne. So we'll put 3 here. This is the one pre-con from the set that I didn't get. I did get some of the Costco deals, but that was the one that I didn't get. Ooh, I've actually been wanting to make a deck around this guy. So we'll see if my vote doesn't count. But, you know, so if there's a different commander people want to see, then I will respect the vote. So we are at the last booster of the box. And so let's see if we can get another just awesome first card slot hit to actually break even maybe. So we got a treasure token and a colossal rattleworm, which is not the hit that we were looking for. Leyline Binding, Dead Before Sunrise, a Stoic Sphinx, and a Torpor Orb. So it looks like no legendary creature here, but we did get Torpor Orb, which is a big score. And then no uncommon legendary creature here. Okay, so I probably did put some of the like okay hits here. But in terms of medium, guys, we got Torpor Orb, Omen Path Journey, which is probably $10 to $14 range. Tarnation Vista Foil, I don't really think that's much right now. We'll take Matter Weaver. So most of our money is in these 2 cards. So once I finish the video, I'm going to sleeve these up and put them in top loaders and see if it's worth selling into the hype while they are still high. And then in terms of potential commanders that we can build a deck around, I'm going to read off each of these. Let me know, like I said in the comments, if there is a commander that you would like to see me build a deck tech around on this channel, and I will create a video around it. So we got Baron Bertram Greywater, Yuma Proud Protector, Tiny Bones the Pickpocket, Roxanne Starfall Savant in double, Akul the Unrepentant, Marchesa Diller of Death, Annie Flash the Veteran, Miriam Herd Whisperer, Breaches the Blastmaker, Taiwakim Perfect Shot, Magda the Horde Master, Kambal Profiteering Mare, Doc Arlock Grizzled Genius, Satoru the Infiltrator, and Kervek the Punisher. So if there are any in this list that you would like me to build a deck tech around and then share, if you've seen my other deck techs, I try and be pretty comprehensive in the strategy that I would take. Leave a comment below. I think I will leave it open for 4 days after posting this video, and then afterwards I will count up the number of comments that mention one of these creatures, and then I will start making a deck tech around that. One last thing, if you are here, if you have been following the channel, a few weeks ago I did create a video about the competition for unpopular commander decks, and as an update on that, there were over 300 submissions, which is more than I ever expected. I don't know, I was thinking like 50 or something. And so it's taking me a little bit longer than I thought because I am reading through each one, and then I will select it. YouTube only lets me do 4 for the poll, so I will pick 4, and then I'll create a video, and then the winner will get a 3-tree city, and then we'll do more of those in the future. So kind of, you know, a mix of a box opening video, commander selection for a deck tech, and then a little update. But if you did make it this far, thanks so much everyone for sticking around. I really do appreciate the support, and we'll see you next time.